If you recycle at home, you have probably come across to these little metal lids. What do we do with them? Do we recycle them? This is the topic that we're going to talk here today at my Eco Chaos on how to recycle metal lids. Coming up! Hello everyone, welcome to my Eco Chaos. For those who doesn't know me, my name is Andrea Chaos, and in here we talk about those little things that we can do in a daily basis to become more eco-friendly. So today we're talking about these little metal cups. Well, the good thing about this is that they are recyclable. Unfortunately, if they're not placed in the recycling bin in the correct way, these are going to be lost into the recycling process. Why? Well, it's important to understand that the recycling process is made half by hand, but then also half by a machine. Because these little cups are so small, they can get lost into the screeners if they are not attached to anything else and ended up in landfill, which is really sad. So what can we do in order to make sure that these precious metals get recyclable? Easy. Simply follow the next steps. First of all, it is important that we separate the cups by metal. So it's important for you to know which ones are steel and which ones are aluminium. So how can you know which ones are which? Very easy. Simple. Take a magnet from the fridge. This is my magnet from the fridge, a little frog. And what you do is just take your steel cup. If it sticks, it is steel. Take the next cup, and if it doesn't stick, it is aluminium. So by this way, you can easily differentiate which cups are which in order to follow with the next step. The next step is for you to find a can. So you will need to find a can made of steel and another can made of aluminium. For the purpose of this video, we're only going to do it once, and we're going to find a can made of steel, which sticks to the magnet, as you can see. Once that you have this can clean and completely empty, of course, what you're going to do is to fill it with all the cups that you have been saving. Additionally, you can also put the steel metal lids, as you can see they stick, that you can find around champagne and stuff like that, in order to avoid that they get lost into the recycling facility. Once that the can is halfway through, make sure that you fill it up to the top, otherwise the cans can escape. Simple, close the top, crush it a little bit to make sure that it doesn't fall. Sometimes it's harder than other times. Yeah, you see? Crush it a little bit, and now you make sure that all the cups stay inside of the can. What's going to happen now is, like, let's imagine my hand is a magnet, is that once that the cans reach the recycling facility, magnets will come, and anything that is made of steel, it will be captured. It will not happen with aluminium, because aluminium is not magnetic. Consequently, it will be divided, aluminium or steel, and all the cups inside of the can will be recycled, which is what we want. Woohoo! Now, you might be wondering, what about the plastic that you can find in the bottom of your cups? Well, you don't need to worry too much about it, because the way metal is recycled is that it is melted to high temperatures, and consequently any plastic in these lids, it will be burned. Okay, so all of this is great, right? Now we have a better understanding of what we can do with our metal cups in order to guarantee that they are recycled. But before finishing the video, let's talk a little bit about the metal cups that we find mainly in wine bottles. Of course, you can find them as well in certain soft drinks, but I'm using wine as an example. So, as mentioned, these are most common made of aluminium. That is not a problem, because, as mentioned, aluminium is also recyclable. But the thing is that I actually find more steel cans than aluminium cans. In my whole research up to now, I only found one can made of aluminium. So if you can't find aluminium cans, what can you do in order to make sure that these little tops are recyclable? Well, I actually will tell you, do not worry too much about these ones if you don't have the chance or the time to do it. The main reason is because this comes in a glass container, of course, and you will be thinking like, oh, well, beers can also come in glass container. True, but the only difference is that beers, you cannot screw the top back, when you can't do this with wine. And one of the principles when recycling glass is put the lid on. The main reason is because all of the glass bottles go into the recycling facility, they will get crushed, separated by materials, and consequently recycling facilities should have an option to recycle the tops. Hopefully that is what happens. I will always encourage you to separate materials, but as I mentioned, if it's not possible, it's not possible. So just do your best. Another tip for this is that these are great bottles that you can use if you are looking for a replacement for your water bottle in the fridge. I mean, they're glass, which means that any odors or any dirtiness can be removed easily. You can always remove the stickers and even paint it. If you have kids, it's a great activity for your kids. And it's a very cheap, eco-friendly option, which guarantees that you're giving a second life to something that otherwise will end up in landfill. Well, lastly, you might be thinking, oh gosh, this is so much work just only for metal cups. Well, it actually is not that much work, because every time I open a can of food, if I'm in search for a new can for all my cups, what I do is simple, like take the magnet from my fridge, which takes me 2 minutes, test it, and if so, I just leave it in one corner in the kitchen. But that way, every single time we open a bottle, we just drop the caps into the can, and it's as simple as one that is half filled, crush it and put it on the bin. So it's not a big work. So if you wanna do this process, don't think it's gonna be time consuming, which is not that much. So I really encourage you to do it. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed the video, and if you did, please let me know your thoughts. I'll be interested to know your challenges and how you deal with metal cups. And as I always say, we have a lot of chaos to fix in order to become more eco-friendly. So let's share the knowledge. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.